piss off. Look at that release clause. Piss off. Get rid of that release clause. Get it off. So she said, get it off. Anyway, in all seriousness though, fuck off. I can't be bothered with these release clauses. No. Crucial, obviously. 2-year extension. Yeah. Disregard. Just offer him 140 grand. Just so he stays at the club. You better be happy with it. I'm only offering that much so he definitely stays. Because sometimes they're like, no, that's not what, no, we're not having that. So, I think we find that a bit of an insult. Yeah, so they'll say some bullshit like that. So let's have a look at Dyson now. So basically this set, well, he was the highest rated before I created that other player. Because we needed a godly-like player. So, Noodle. 17 weeks, get you on that one. Muller is definitely one for the future. Over there. Did he not extend his contract, the little prick? Yep, he didn't extend the contract. I don't think that. Unless I didn't read it. I didn't read it though, so let's have a look. Oh, yeah, he did. Never mind. Okay. Anyway, and then you got 2D. 2D! No, don't release the contract. Mobile striker. Since 2D is going to be like our striker, then you've got Newton, but Newton is going out on loan. We're not selling him, but he's going out on loan. And Muller's not even going to be getting games because I'm signing someone else, which you'll see now, Ethan Riley. Yeah, I'd say that's a reasonable number for Riley. Okay. I don't know how much to offer him. I mean, he's accepted it because obviously I'm offering 20 grand. Oh, there you go. Look, well, he was previously on 4,000 a week. So I basically just times his wage by 5. Right. So now that he's in the team, Muller is not going on the reserve. So first of all, we'll put him on the bench. No. And then we'll swap this Smith guy out with him so it's easier. There you go, guys, and then we've got to get Riley on a development plan. Riley! So, oh my god. We've got an absolutely cracky youth set up there. No, I didn't mean to do that. Let's have a look at the youth staff. It's here! Let's have a... Well, obviously we're going to hire the best one because we've got the money. Because I'm not playing with Accrington's 2 million a year budget. You've got players like Connolly, so, you know... shit. Okay, let's go to Germany, set up a youth scout, physically strong. You know, we're searching for the next Messi there. We're searching for the Portuguese, searching for the Italian Messi. whatever the Italian equivalent is. You know, there's got to be some old boot player, which is from Italy, and you know, a winger sort of. So anyway, let's skip to next month because don't. Oh wait, and we just do that crappy little drill. Let's skip all the way over to next month then, because I. Wow. That happened. What the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? Just what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? You cannot get fired for that. You cannot get fired for that.
Nicholas is a sickly young boy living by the sea with his mother. One day while swimming in the sea, Nicholas glimpses what appears to be a dead boy with a red starfish on his belly. Nicholas quickly picks his way across the striking dark rocks of his town's shoreline.
Look at this. So the game basically fired me because I gave a player too high wage. Though, I think I did just break that. Guys, I might have just set a world record here for the fastest times to get fired in FIFA 21. I think I might have actually set a new record. Guys, I'm claiming it. I'm claiming the world record. I've just set a world record, guys. FIFA 22 career mode, fastest fired player.
Some players accept contracts according to your board and according to the rest of your players that affect kind of morale. Basically, you'd be screwed. You get fired. I have a video from FIFA 20 that was called "I Got Fired in One Day." I was trying to improve some contracts for some players that put them apparently significantly above other players. Basically, I just kind of sped up the process because I'm underperforming. Also, as you can see, I transferred out as many people as possible. Some people I couldn't transfer out, even with the player swap issues, because transfer logic is pretty screwed up. So basically, some teams wouldn't accept like swaps of like Raheem Sterling for backup goalkeepers. I understand they can't accept the wages, but I can't meet the wages. But that wasn't even the reason. They just said, "Oh, I don't want the player. You don't want a world-class player for a backup player." Doesn't make sense whatsoever. But in the end, I ended up targeting a guy for my D Career Mode challenge. If you checked out that challenge, use YouTube and way above. You'll see, and it was another guy.
Let's get on with attempt 2 of this shit. It's so unrealistic, it's unbelievable. Like, they wouldn't sack you because you gave someone else higher wage than others. I mean, why wouldn't I give him better wage? He's a better player, he deserves to be on better wage than the rest. You know what I mean? But, the game's stupid, so... I'm gonna have to do all that again now, the development plans and everything. Fantastic. Just and all because the game is pissing dormant after I got sacked for no reason. Dumb little game, man. Yeah. Drag. Okay, well, yeah, we'll take the Derby one, yeah. You get rid of that formation and you put your own on. And you take off a lane off. Oh, it's going to be such a drag. Oh, I'll have to do all this again. It's fuck, I'm not. Let's delegate renewal. Just delegate the renewal. And they're all at the bottom as well.
Reports his discovery to his mother. Mom immediately goes diving and brings back the starfish, but she tells him there is no dead body there. At home, Nicholas is given slimy meals for supper, and his mother gives him a dose of medication. Nicholas asks his mother what sickness he is having. His mother explains that all boys on this island require treatments because their bodies will change and weaken as they get older. Later that night, all mothers on the island are seen gathering somewhere. They are going to the shoreline. Then, Nicholas' mother brings back the dead body Nicholas saw before, and the other mothers gather around him. The following day, Nicholas plays with his starfish. After another boy mocks him for being afraid of it, he grows angry and attacks the boy. He later hacks off one of the starfish's arms. After his outburst, his mother takes him to a hospital for regular observation. At the hospital, a doctor injects a yellow liquid into Nicholas' stomach. He is then told to stay one night in the hospital. Nicholas later finds himself in a ward with other boys who have been similarly operated on. They begin to question what sickness they are having. At night, the scene shows nurses who are watching videos of cesarean sections being performed. The following day, Nicholas is released from the hospital. He begins to suspect his mother and the nurses of having lied to him. He visits his friend's house, Victor, and they sneak out in the middle of the night to observe what the mothers are doing. However, on their way, Victor gets scared, so he runs back home. Nicholas continues his way in order to discover the truth. When he arrives, he's very surprised at what he sees. He sees the women lying together completely nude, riding around in the mud, and passing an object from one to another. He immediately runs back home. A few hours later, at home, he sneaks a peek at his mother as she is showering off the mud. He observes that she has what appears to be suckers on her back. Back at the hospital, Nicholas is given an ultrasound. To his mother's apparent joy, they hear the heartbeat of a fetus. Nicholas is then taken into a room to stay another night in the hospital while waiting for the final surgery. In that room, he meets other children, including his best friend, Victor. Later that night, Victor is operated on. After the operation, a creature is taken out of his stomach and put in a jar. Victor dies during the operation. In the morning, Nicholas asks the nurse about Victor's whereabouts. The nurse lies and tells Nicholas that Victor is recovering. A nurse brings a conch shell into the ward, saying that Victor has sent it to them. Nicholas's mother visits him, and she brings food for him. However, he refuses to eat what she feeds him. When she becomes upset and begins to look through his sketchbook, he accuses her of not being his mother. They then sedate him and take away his drawing book. In the hospital, Nicholas develops a friendship with one of the nurses, Stella, who seems to have taken a liking to Nicholas. Stella sneaks Nicholas crayons and draws with him. Nicholas' drawings include a dead boy and starfish, but also a bicycle, a car, a building, and a giraffe. Stella then tells him a secret. She shows Nicholas a file with pictures of women with suckers on their backs, including one of a young girl. That night, she takes him down to the sea, shows him the suckers on her back, and allows him to touch them before taking him into the water. However, due to being in the water for too long, Nicholas passes out. Stella immediately revives him using CPR. Nicholas goes back to the hospital. At night, he sneaks into another room, where he finds one of the boys. When Nicholas approaches, the boy lays Nicholas's hand on his own stomach, and he feels movement in the boy's body. After forcing Nicholas to press on his stomach, he begins to vomit. Nicholas runs away in fear and enters a different room. In that room, he sees one of the boys floating in a tank. Not long after, he is caught by a nurse, and he is taken for the final surgery. After the surgery, Nicholas awakens in a tank. He is in restraints and sees what appears to be two babies inside the tank with him. He is shocked to see this, and he faints. Nicholas wakes up and again finds himself by the sea with Stella. They again enter the water, but this time she presses her mouth to his as she swims with him, giving him air to breathe underwater. She pushes him to the surface, and the two end up in a small rowboat floating away from the island. After making sure Nicholas has a drink of fresh water, Stella slips back into the sea, presumably to go back to the island. Nicholas stays on the boat and, by nightfall, finds himself approaching the harbor of a major city. And that's the ending of the movie. Now, for the explanation. The story is happening in a place by the sea where we see a group of humanoids living their lives. This place, as you can see, has only young boys and female adults. No young girls or male adults. As shown later in the movie, the female adults have suckers on their backs, indicating that they are humanoid water-based life forms. They breathe underwater too. These humanoids are the result of the evolution of the starfish. The only way this species can reproduce is asexual, as there are no adult men. It looks like the only way to make babies is by externally creating a zygote and placing them in the bellies of young boys. The bodies of these boys seem to be able to host the fetus up until one point. After that, the fetuses need to be surgically removed and grown externally. Sometimes, if the boy's body is able to survive, they place the boy in a tank where the fetus grows externally in the water while still connected to the boy. As we can see in the movie, Nicholas is being given medication every day. This is to prepare his body to host the fetus. When it is time, he's admitted, and the zygote is injected into him. Other boys on the island are being given the same treatment. We can assume that all those young boys are stolen continuously from cities and taken to the seaside place. In the movie, we can see Nicholas draws not only a dead boy and starfishes, but also a bicycle, a car, a building, and a giraffe. Nicholas is drawing these from memory, as they cannot be found in the village. This suggests that he was kidnapped as a baby and brought there. However, the boys grow remembering very little where they came from. At the beginning of the film, Nicholas saw a dead body. We can assume that he died while trying to escape, and those women chose to keep it a secret. In the film, we also see the women lying together, writhing around in the mud, and passing an object from one to another. This is a kind of birth reproduction ritual. Having a baby among them drives those women into a maternal frenzy, and they produce zygotes, which is then gathered and injected into boys to impregnate them. In another scene, we're shown a glimpse of the humanoids watching a video of a cesarean operation. This is how they have been figuring how to cut the abdomens without hurting the fetuses. It appears that the humanoids usually get the cesarean cut wrong and end up killing the host kid. We can see this happens to Victor, who dies after the operation. However, sometimes they are able to cut just right and transfer the host into the incubation tank. This happens to Nicholas, who survives the operation. Once inside, the fetuses grow pretty quick and the host stays alive, perhaps to be implanted with another zygote afterward. At the end of the movie, Stella, who genuinely loves Nicholas, decides to save him from his misery. She then sneaks Nicholas out and takes him to a boat. This appears to be the way the humanoids travel and enter into human cities to abduct kids. As it becomes night, Nicholas sees that he's approaching the shore of a human city. We can assume that he will be rescued and unite with his original parents. And that's my explanation for the movie. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for... My daughter's been using this app since the piano and she's having so much fun. Seriously, are you looking at another sponsored post? I'm trying to get a partnership here. Mom, you have 24 followers. Hi, mystery recap.
So, we've just signed Ethan Riley, and this time I haven't gave Dick a ridiculous wage because the game doesn't. So yeah, guys. So we shouldn't get fired after 1 day now, which is great. So this is attempt 2 at doing this, guys, and that was depressing having to do all that shit again. So I've just done it literally all again. I've done all the development plans except from Riley, which you just seen me do. I've done the squadron. This is all me doing it again. We're back at Accrington. We are back. So yeah. Newton complaining. I've not really enjoying my football here, Bosh. Yeah, great. I'm only loaning Newton out because I forgot to do the youth setup. That's the one thing I forgot to do. So see ya. And there's not a 5-star one. Absolutely great. Going to do all that shit again just so there's not a 5-star one. It's twice in a row, no 5-star judgment. I don't care about the experience, because experience only means that it gives you more players. It's just great, isn't it? That's 3 times in a row now. No 5-star. No 5-star judgment. Like, come on. No, we'll put that one on NA. So let's skip the rest of this month and hope we don't get the sack the next day. So yeah, guys, helicopters fly over the beach. Don't care about the pre-season, guys. Look at that pre-season, absolutely fabulous. Look at that, we've won the old cup. We are insane. Also, not to mention how unrealistic how I got fired was. I mean, come on. You would not get fired. You would not get fired for that. You would not get fired because someone's on because someone's on substantially higher pay than the rest of the team. I only put him on higher pay because he's a way better player than the rest. He was asking for 139 something million pound, release clause. So ridiculousness. Right. Bishop. Can't you just not have the exchange play? We don't want him. Don't you laugh? Why would I want him? We'll take the offer because I don't care about. I don't want to negotiate it. Connolly's the walking meme. We can't not start Connolly. Mark Hughes. I don't give a shit what you think, Mark Hughes. You're not starting.
Thanks for joining us,
so,
guys. We'll take some questions now. Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, we can. Yeah. No, we're not good enough to win the league. Stop coming up with bullshit. You brought his Charles on his way out? Yep.
That's
See you later, Charles. Yeah, I got to add some of these knobheads to the transfer list. For example, he's on a loan deal. Oh well. For example, Bishop. Oh wait, I just accidentally. You're on loan anyway, so we'll leave you. So Plymouth Argyle. Here we go, lads. Let me have a look at this really quick. What it's just said over there. Winning title a must. No one said that. See what I mean? See what I mean? The press stirring it again. The press stirring what I've said as a manager. Not once did I say that winning the title is a must for us. Did I? I did not say that once in that fucking thing. I did not say it once. Dick, 3 goals in the last 3 matches. Well, I'm not playing with no commentary because it's going to be so boring. So let's get some commentary on. Not that loud, but you know, it's FIFA 21. I can actually play with commentary. The commentators aren't complete knobheads. There's not even any sound on the ball. What am I playing on this shit for?
I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd ahead of kickoff with their respective league seasons about to get
Go on,
underway.
Dyson.
It's Accrington Stanley, and they
Show
kick
me
off for the
pace. No,
Tigers.
this is crap. This is Jesus.
Brilliant atmosphere here today. All that hard,
With the
slogging
cross,
pre-season.
Murdoch.
This is the
Oh
first
my
game of the season.
God.
All that preparation is for
Looks
this.
like a
It's for
duck
this 90 minutes. Focus
with
on
that
it.
header.
Get the 3 points. Move on to the next one. Looking forward to it.
Knob. Go on, Field. Go on, Dice. Dice. 2D. Oh my God. This is crap. 2D.
They
Dick.
get in behind them.
Have a dig, Dick.
Could be. It's still alive. Well, it
Go
looks
on, Nobby.
threatening, but the danger limited.
Nobby.
Well, I'm hearing there's been a goal in one of the other games. Alan McInally can fill us in.
It's a goal for Crew Alexandra. 10 minutes played, 1-0.
2D off the
Well, it
edge.
wasn't a simple save to make. So, a corner here. Over it comes. Crucial intervention just then amid
Oh
impending
yeah, I don't know if
danger.
I told you, but Dick's
Always
number is
difficult to predict with
69.
fans who might decide a game, but you could make a strong case for this man. Lee, what are you anticipating seeing from him?
And his
Well, seriously,
commentary
Derek,
name is
putting the ball
Dicker.
in the net. 3 goals in the last 3 games. That breeds confidence. And when you've got a player that sharp in front of goal, he's a...
Can they forge ahead?
Nope, you can't dribble
Absolutely
on this
spot
game.
on with that challenge.
Away,
Touched away
knob.
for a throw in.
Oh my
And
God,
taken
this is
away.
only Plymouth.
Well, someone has found the net in one of the other games. Here's Alan McInally to tell us more.
It's a goal for Rochdale. 19 minutes played, 1-1.
Thanks as ever for the update, Alan.
Get the ball then. Oh dear, what was that?
Can he give them the lead? And finishing there with more of a whimper than a bang.
Derek, that reminded me of you. Finishing like that, it's just terrible.
I wouldn't have done that well. Delightful
These
pass.
commentators,
Is it
honest.
going to be? Is this
Dick! Oh, come on. That's it for this episode, guys. See you in the next one.